What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys so much for coming back for another Battlefield 6 video. Today's video, we're going to go over the news that we got yesterday of Season 2 being delayed. Obviously not what we want to hear. I kind of said this in my last Season 2 video where we kind of talked about some older leaks that were leaked from, some data mining and some of the weapons we were expecting to get. And Season 2 is very, very important for this game, in my opinion. A lot of people are saying it's make or break for Battlefield 6. I wouldn't really agree with that. Um, Obviously, we need it to be good. We all want it to be good. But I don't think it's a make or break quite yet. And the people who are saying that, it's just like, guys, this game just came out. Like, I think you guys, not you guys, but people who are saying that, I think they're forgetting that Battlefield 6 came out in October. And it's January. It's basically been 3 months since Battlefield 6 came out. So let's just calm to those people, let's just calm down a little bit, all right? The game is very solid. It has a very solid foundation, I should say. Does it have issues? Yes. Do they need to be addressed? Yes. But with that being said, we just went through the holidays and you know, devs are on vacation. They take a lot of time off during the holidays. We got Winter Offensive right before the holidays, and that kind of was supposed to get us through the rest of the year. And that got really old really quick. The ice lock modes and the winter version of Empire State. It wasn't enough to get us through the year. And that kind of was going to lead us into Season 2 of Battlefield 6, which was supposed to be dropping on January 20th, which is literally in like 5 days. So we're excited for that. And then we get this teaser here. I'll play it for you guys really quick in a second. But Season 2 begins February 17th. So that was a kick in the balls. But Battlefield came out and basically stated that the reason why they're delaying Season 2 is to further refine and polish the content of Season 2. Now, for me, originally I'm upset because, we all want more content. A lot of people are complaining about the maps. And to a certain extent, I agree. The maps, are they great? No. But are they 2042 bad? In my opinion, they're not. I'm having a blast playing Battlefield 6. Every time I get on, I pretty much enjoy my time on the game. And maybe that's just the way I play. Maybe it's the mindset that I have. But we need new maps, though. Don't get me wrong. Because Season 1 brought us Blackwell Fields, which was not very good, and Eastwood, which was said to be really good in the beginning, but it's kind of died off a little bit. And not that it's a bad map, it's just kind of a mid map, in my opinion. So, with Season 2 being delayed, and them saying that they are taking this time to refine and polish the game, that's what they said, that those were their words in their update. That tells me that we now need, keyword need, to be getting 3 maps. And when I say 3 maps, I don't mean 2 new maps and a storm version of Mirac Valley. No. We now need, DICE, 3 maps with Season 2. This goes into another thing about Season 2. There was some data mining going on of, I don't think it was Temporeal. I could be wrong about that. I kind of went over Temporeal a little bit because he's the one who leaked the Season 2 contents of weapons and stuff. I think it was somebody else, but they're pretty reliable, and they found files in the Season 2 of the game that propaganda will be coming to Battlefield 6. Now, Propaganda is a pretty well-known map. It was a DLC map, part of the Final Stand DLC from Battlefield 4. Um, for me, this might be controversial. It was one of my favorite Battlefield 4 maps ever. It was very, very good. With that being said, though, Propaganda, if you guys don't remember it, I can actually pull up a picture for you guys really quick. Here's Propaganda. You'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that statue. And it was more of a, it was a pretty vertical map with a bunch of flanking routes, and there was a few flags in the middle that you had to defend. This was the A point, I believe. This was the US side spawn. And then there was two objectives off to the right. Anyways, you guys will remember it if you played Battlefield 4. Great map. Very well designed, arguably one of the better designed maps in Battlefield 4. And again, like I said, one of my favorite maps ever in the Battlefield franchise. And that's saying a lot. But, everyone has their own opinion. Don't kill me for saying that, but it was a good map. You can't deny it. So it's been leaked that Propaganda could be coming to Battlefield 6. Now, will it be the same exact map? Probably not. They'll probably do some tweaking around, just kind of like they did with Firestorm, and hopefully they don't make it worse than it was. But knowing DICE, they might. Sorry guys, my voice is terrible. I'm going through like a cold or something. But like I was saying, what the delay of Season 2 tells me, a month delay, basically, tells me that we now need to be getting 3 maps. And if we're getting Propaganda, a remake or a remaster, whatever you want to call it, an infantry urban map. I think we have a lot of urban infantry maps in Battlefield 6 already. And that's, excuse me guys, sorry. And I think that's kind of a theme that's going around with Battlefield 6 right now, is there's too many urban infantry maps. Too close quarters, always fighting, feel like you never have time to disengage or have engagements in between flags. So if we are getting Propaganda, I'll be very happy. As long as they don't screw it up terribly, which, let's say our prayers. If we are getting Propaganda, that means we need to be getting 2 other maps. 2. They need to be new maps designed for Battlefield 6, not remakes or remasters or different weather versions of existing maps. No, we need 2 other maps, and they need to be good. And they need to be larger scale maps. And the reason why I say that needs to happen is I think there are a lot of people who played Battlefield 3, played Battlefield 4, 1, whatever, Battlefield 1, and they loved the bigger scale maps. The downtime, they call it. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the downtime. I like the disengaging and engaging of fights. Like Empire State is just, you feel like you have to be right here all the time. You can never take a break. But that's Battlefield, right? Like you don't play Battlefield, at least the older titles, to be sweating your butt off the entire game. You play Battlefield to be more tactical. You play Battlefield to hop in a tank. You play Battlefield to play it a little bit slower, right? But you have the option to play it faster if you want to. So if we're getting Propaganda, we need 2 big maps, not urban infantry maps, large scale, all-out warfare maps. And like I said, 3 maps, DICE. You cannot delay Season 2 and give us 2 maps. If you do, that's just messed up. And I don't know how much longer the players that are still playing the game that are kind of on thin ice are going to stick around. I'm not gonna say it's gonna kill the game because it's not. The game's gonna survive, right? I mean, at the end of the day, if they continue to make changes, the game's gonna be fine. But to make us wait another month for season 2 with not a whole lot going on in between now and February 17th, we need to get 3 maps. And we'll kind of go over what they're telling us they're gonna give us in the meantime. Um, Basically, with the creators of Battlefield 6 and free-to-play experience, RedSec announced an extension for Season 1 of their game, Season 2, which was originally slated to end on January 20th, will now start on February 17th. The devs stated the devs stated that this change allows them to have some extra time polishing and refining Season 2. What to expect in the extension. Season 1 shall be officially extended on January 20th with an update. New contents and activities shall be made available for the players. Progress on the Season 1 Battle Pass will continue until the beginning of Season 2. New weekly challenges will be available. A new Frostfire bonus path shall be introduced. Extended periods of double XP and daily login rewards shall be there. This is kind of important too. The devs also said that Battlefield Labs will be strengthened as the public preview environment for future game updates nearing the end of development. They need to start Battlefield Labs up. Like, why have they not been having play sessions? Because some of the main issues that this game has could really be getting fixed quicker if they were continuing with Battlefield Labs. 3 of the main things, I guess it's 4, but 2 of them, I don't know. I don't think they're ever going to happen because they're too hard to switch and change and fix. The 4 main things that this game needs to be improved on is 1, the netcode, 2, maps, 3 is time to kill, especially up close time to kill. But time to kill, and then the 4th one, vehicles. Time to kill and vehicles, I just don't see it changing. I just don't see it changing. The time to kill, you're gonna have to rework every single weapon's damage model. Because you have some guns that are 3 bullet to kill up close. I mean, you're gonna need to completely rework the damage model of every weapon to fix the time to kill. So I feel like we're kind of stuck with that. And then vehicles as well. They need to rework the vehicles, plain and simple. And people are talking about they want naval warfare maps and, they want attack boats. Guys, can you imagine Parasail Storm from Battlefield 4 with the vehicle mechanics in Battlefield 6? If the boats are anything like the tanks, I don't think anyone would be wanting Parasail Storm. Was it fun to run in between the objectives and swim across strips of ocean? Yes. If you played infantry, don't get me wrong, I liked it too. I had fun on it. But guys, the vehicles need to be reworked. That's a subject for another video. I'm not going to get into it. But netcode and maps, they can fix, they can improve. The netcode needs to be fixed. Needs to be fixed. Dying behind corners. I've had a lot where I've been engaging somebody and I'll start taking damage and I'll duck behind cover, like go prone. And I'm a good second below cover and I'm dead. So the netcode really needs to be fixed. Maps, just bring us some better maps. We're not asking you to rework the ones that we don't like. Those are whatever. You're going to have bad maps in every game. It is what it is. But give us some good maps from here on out. We're not expecting perfection, but we need some better maps. We need to see them improving on the maps and at least listening to the community. So we'll go back to this teaser really quick. I never played this for you guys. I mean, it's literally 7 seconds long, but So obviously we're looking at some type of toxicity, gas, gas mask. I think there's been leaked a new gauntlet mode having to do with gas. There's been a leaked bundle in the store when season 2 comes out. I think it's titled like Toxic Tide or something like that. So I don't. Does that mean we're going to be getting gas grenades? Does that mean we're going to be getting gas masks? You know, I think gas masks and gas grenades, I remember in Battlefield 1, they were pretty strong. But we just don't know a whole lot. And, you know, obviously, as we get close to season 2, we'll hopefully get some more news. But in the meantime, guys, you know, we're gonna keep covering Battlefield 6. It's our game right now. I have a lot of fun on the game. I think it has a really good base, and you know, I just want to see the game do well, and I want to see the devs listening. Like they've been listening decent. They were listening very well in the beginning. I think they kind of shied away a little bit, but you know, they were on vacation. Everyone's kind of giving them a hard time about things that are wrong with the game, and it's like, you know, people have lives at the end of the day, and does it suck that we get the short end of the stick because of it? Yes, but it is what it is, and the game's fun in my opinion, so we're gonna keep covering it. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for just this video of season 2. You know, the teaser and kind of what we know now. This video went a little bit longer than I expected, but hope you guys were able to stick through it with me. But that's gonna wrap it up, guys. We're gonna keep, you know, pumping out the Battlefield 6 content. I'm enjoying it. So we're due for another weapon review. Not sure which one I'm going to do yet. I think I have one or two that I'm leaning towards. But let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this, more news videos, because they do, you know, give community updates pretty often. So if you guys like these types of videos, let me know and I can do more of them. But I felt like this was important to cover on the channel. So appreciate your guys' support. And I haven't said this in any of the videos yet, but we do stream daily over at Twitch, twitch.tv/WeezermanFPS. We go live pretty much every night, 7:30, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are ever bored, hop on over to the stream. We have a pretty fun community over there. Everyone has a good time, you know, discussion, conversation, and just hanging out, playing Battlefield 6. Sometimes we play some Arc Raiders, so would love to see you guys there. But again, thank you guys for watching. And until the next one, guys, y'all be good. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.